team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy and HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Another day, another Larry Bird reaction video. Shout out to the Bird gang. Shout out to everybody though, man. Shout out to the people that's not with the Bird gang yet, but eventually will be once they start watching more of my videos and start appreciating Larry Bird as much as I do now. So shout out to everybody. But for this video, man, I got a little bad hair day, so I'm gonna put my hat on because not only is it a bad hair day, but I'm also with the Bird gang too. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. But for this video, we got the 8 most arrogant Larry Bird moments. And before we get into it, I got a question. Is being arrogant a bad thing if you're a really, really good player? I feel like that's some people's kind of kryptonite, or that's kind of a con to some players, that they're really good but they're arrogant. But I feel like that could kind of help you in a way. Like I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm gonna let y'all write y'all opinions in the comments about the whole arrogant thing, because I feel like some players they get knocked for being arrogant, while other players kind of get awarded and they say that they're a better player because of how confident, arrogant they are. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. But let's get into this video. We got the 8 most arrogant Larry Bird moments, because we all know how arrogant Larry Bird was. He used to tell the defenders what he was going to do before he did it. I think that's one of the most arrogant things you can do. And I mean, he did it too, so he's a good arrogant person. So let's get into this video, man. We got the 8 most arrogant Larry Bird moments. Let's get it. Shout out to the basketball time machine, man.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. I'm Sean David, and as always, thanks for tuning in. If you talk to NBA legends about the best trash talkers who ever played in the NBA, you can be pretty certain that Larry Bird's name gets mentioned quite a few times. The crazy thing was, that guy was not only super confident, but sometimes even arrogant. But he could always back it up, which made it even more special. That's why I'm a big fan of Larry Bird.
Is that what makes the part about being arrogant okay? Was that he backed it up? Why is that okay that Larry Bird was arrogant? Or was it not okay? Do a lot of people hate Larry Bird to this day because of how arrogant he is? Let me know.
So in this video, I want to feature some of the craziest and most arrogant trash talk stories of Larry Bird, some of my personal favorites. But before we start with this video, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I would say let's start right away.
Hey.
So, number 1, super cold Larry Bird. Even a Larry Bird can have an off night, not performing on the highest standard, missing shots, not playing well in general. But where other players would stop to shoot, Larry Bird has a different kind of approach.
We're playing Phoenix and we're way ahead, okay? And we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside.
Right.
And Larry, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we have like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, oh, how in the world are we going to lose this game? And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, Birdie, it's just getting to overtime. I'm going with Rob. Right? We need to get into overtime, man. Try to get this ship right, because we're sinking, man. Right. So, Larry.
Before Kevin McHale finished this conversation, I'm actually happy to hear conversations like this, because it wasn't always Bird just killing, Bird just playing great. Like he said, in the fourth quarter, Larry Bird was playing terrible. So to kind of see the ups and downs of Larry Bird's career, I think is good. Especially for me. It's me, because I don't want to just watch only the great stuff that happened to certain players. Like I like to see the balance. So I'm happy that Kevin McHale telling this story.
Not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, typical Birdie, just real slow, fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home. And so he breaks the play.
Maxwell gets it to
Oh my God.
Larry hits it. He looks at the bench and goes, "Told you so." That was Birdie. And
He pointing at
he
him.
had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
Look at him.
Number 2, ball in the bush.
He shook the other player's
You
hand.
think that great players would be afraid of trash talking other great players. You know, you don't want to get them heated up and stuff. Well, not Larry Bird. You
Right.
guys remember Brett Doherty, one of the best centers of the 1980s, playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Well, he had a pretty interesting story to say.
Brad Doherty told me this story when he was like second year in the league and they went to playoffs against the Celtics. Down one, Larry Bird catches the ball in the deep corner and he steps back for a three. And before he takes the three, he's like, "Oh wow, he's going for the win. He's not going for the tie." And so Brad Doherty runs out and he head fakes him. And as he head fakes him, now it's 3-2. He hits him on the butt with the ball, and then he shoots it at the buzzer. And the confidence is hit him on the butt.
Yeah, that's crazy and all what he's saying about Larry Bird. But what's going on with this man's hair? I could have sworn he was bald, but I don't know what's going on here.
As he flew by him, trying to block his shot, I'm like, there's no more confidence.
Number 3,
Slapped him on the butt.
I guess that has to be one of the most iconic Larry Bird stories. But with other stories where you just have one witness, with that one, many people were present and many people say the same thing. So crazy story. You guys listen up. Let's check the clip.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest. And he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. And then he finally speaks and says, "I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second."
Some pure trash talking and just...
Who was all in that 3-point shooting contest? I have to know. If you know, write in the comments right now. Who was those people he was talking to talk about, yeah, I'm just want to see who's about to come in second. Like, was it some heavy hitters in that? Because if it is, that just makes him more of a GOAT. Because that's one of the things I always say about Larry Bird's trash talking, which is what he kind of said in that number 2, was Larry Bird wasn't just talking shit to anybody. He wasn't just talking shit to rookies or people that he knew that he can bully. Like, he was talking shit to the Hall of Famers. Like, anybody that came in his way, he was talking to him. So I think that's what raised his trash talking, his arrogance, whatever you want to call it. It just raised it up a little bit more.
General bravado.
And the theatrics of it all was made for Larry.
Split-cack.
And Larry would back up his boast by not only winning the contest, but blowing away the competition with a phenomenal shooting display.
Talking all that shit before, and then just backing it right up. Look at him. But he's not missing.
That shit said my name on it for a week now. I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing. My teammates said I wasn't going to win, but I came back and lucked out, really.
By the way, the following season, he won the contest.
Won the contest again, I know what he's about to say. But it's funny that his teammates was trying to say that he wasn't going to win. They knew he was going to win. But I felt like that was just their way of trying to make him even more motivated than he was. Because there's no way that Robert Parrish and Danny Ainge and Kevin McHale and all them dudes didn't think he was going to win. But they're like, hey, yeah, we're going to make sure he win by saying that we don't think he's going to win.
Again, and he didn't even...
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad because I didn't realize there's so much tension on it. You know, I'm out there every day in front of these fans. And
who were some of the guys? Who were some of the guys in the competition at that time when you walked in? Who was in that field?
You know,
come on, coach. You know.
No, I don't really remember.
Number 4, the left-handed game.
He remembers.
That's actually one of the craziest stories I've ever heard in my entire life.
What's that?
You know, as a professional, you should be able to shoot with the right hand and dribble the ball with the right and the left hand, so being both-handed. But Larry Bird took that theory to a different level. That guy got so bored that he said he would play an entire game with his left hand, or at least 3/4.
So I've been hearing different stories about this. If y'all got the real story, write in the comments. Why did he just go a whole game shooting with his left hand? Was he really bored? or did he have like an injury or something? Like, why do y'all think he just went a whole game just like, I'm about to just shoot with my left hand? Like, he really like, man, this is too boring. I'm going to score 30 anyways. The team I'm playing probably not that good. I'm about to just switch it up and make it fun for myself. Do y'all really think he said that? If he did, that's crazy.
And still perform on the craziest level?
At the end of one of the trips, he had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, we were all standing around waiting to leave. He said, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this with left hand at least through three-quarters.
No way. He's too good.
End of three-quarters, the next night in Portland against poor Jerome Kersey. He had 27 points left-handed. And it was remarkable.
Was that 86?
Next on my list, number
1986?
5, heat check / coaches left. That has to be my favorite Larry Bird story of all time. That is not only arrogant, that is just on a different kind of level. I think that probably has to be the most arrogant story that ever happened in the NBA. And who did it? Well, Larry Bird.
Bird gang.
He saw Dominique is up and coming player, and he just tortured him mentally. That game, he tortured all of them. He was calling shots off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from? And he just made one after another. When he got to about the 55th point, you knew it was something special. Even as a player, that usually doesn't happen, but we're down so much at the time. You had time to realize the game. His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court, which meant it was going to be a 3. And then he said, who wants it? And I think Ricky Brown, I'm not for sure who it was, ran out after him. And he shot this high rainbow.
It's funny because it's like, as a competitor, like if you're in these moments, if you're on the Atlanta Hawks team, like you about to be, I know you're like saying like, there's no way I'm about to just let this dude keep doing this. But it's also Larry Bird, so it's almost like, do you just be quiet or do you just let your competitive nature make yourself get more embarrassed than what y'all already is? Because he already got 60, so obviously y'all can't stop him. But it's just like, you would think that, you know, these are pros. He's not playing against scrubs. He's playing against pros, so somebody is going to step out there. And he said, dude did, and hey, now we talking about it 30 years later.
He goes in, Ricky bumps into him and accidentally knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said. It was an accident, but it was almost fake.
This was a
shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up giving each other high fives.
Number 6, you should have gone for 60.
Man, that is a crazy
So we just
story.
witnessed the game of the Boston Celtics versus the Atlanta Hawks, so Larry Bird's 60-point game. That game was crazy on so many levels, but what is even crazier, a few days prior, Kevin McHale broke the franchise record, which was, I think, 56 for the Boston Celtics. You know what? Just roll the clip because you got to listen to that for yourself.
And there I go, getting 56, feeling pretty good about myself. And
hold on, before we keep going into this, let's put a little bit of respect on Kevin McHale's name. He was a big that had 56. Like, that's crazy. I know Larry Bird broke the record a week later, but shout out to Kevin McHale for scoring 56 points as a big that I don't think was shooting threes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't shooting threes for real. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to Kevin McHale.
It was 9 days later.
9 days.
Towards the end of the game, Larry came up to me and said, I said, I'm going to come out. It was 1.5 or 2 minutes ago to the game. Larry said, were you crazy? I said, I'm had enough, man. We're ahead. And he goes, if I get that hot, I'm not stopping. Well, 9 days later, he got that hot. I said, you stop me. He said, nah.
Number 7,
that's crazy,
down.
Man.
If you are a fan of the 1980s, then of course you remember Xavier McDaniel, one of the toughest guys in the entire NBA. One of the few guys you didn't want to mess with because that guy was not only talk, that guy was the real deal. But Larry Bird still didn't care. Check this one out.
They called timeout. He said, you know I'm going to get it. I said, I know I'm going to be waiting. And then the timeout, I'm going through a play, and I tried this is what we're going to run. All right, then she got the ball, you go over here, and pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner. And the moment you come over, then about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? Now, after the timeout, we walk back on the court, and Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, I'm getting the ball. And he said, I'm going to get it right here, I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
He told him he's a psychic. A psychic basketball player. Game time.
And you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird does phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time after.
All right, number 8 is a bonus. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time and enjoy.
So what's the last one?
Larry used to come in the locker room. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, you know, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building.
Wow.
Those kind of challenges.
Anybody better than Larry Bird?
No, Larry's probably the best trash talker. And you know the best thing about Larry now? He's so buttoned down now. He's just like, you know, I didn't do that. I said, man, that guy lies. He was the best trash talker. And he denies everything.
Hey, you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. Isn't it?
That was a good video. But before I end it, yeah, I really want you, if you're watching this video, I really want your input. And what is the difference between being confident and arrogant? Because a lot of those plays, a lot of those situations, I didn't really see Larry Bird as being arrogant. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I just see it as being a confident basketball player that's very good. But some people, you know, say that's arrogant. I mean, obviously the name of the title is called 8 Most Arrogant Larry Bird Moments. So let me know what y'all think about that. But I appreciate y'all watching, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all want more videos like this. I got thousands of more videos coming, man. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video. And write something in the comments. We out.